All right, welcome back to another This Week in Warframe, April 2nd to the 9th. We are going to be going over everything that's happening this week that we're aware of in Warframe. And to start us off, it is still the 10-year anniversary going on right now. We're about a week plus into it. Midway through this week, we should be hitting the second week right here. Yeah, April 7th. So by this Friday, I believe, that means we're going to be in week 3 and 4. So we'll get these things, which means if you haven't done these yet, do these now. There are currently alerts in the alerts tab for you guys to do if you haven't done them already. And I haven't done them yet, so I can show the alerts tab off at some point in this video. But I believe when we do one alert here, it unlocks the next one. And then for the second alert, when we do this one, it unlocks this one. I believe that's how it works because that's how it's always worked in the past. But currently, this is what we have to look forward to. A few days left to get these done, and then we're on to weeks 3 and 4 for the Dex Sybaris, the Lisette Dex skin. That's going to also start off, so not this weekend, but like this coming weekend. It should be a double credits weekend. I just made that video on Profit Taker, so that'll help if you guys haven't seen it. But I'll go over into that. I'll go over more of that in a little bit. Week 5 and 6 coming up after that. We got Dex Furious, Dex Raksaka Armor, Excalibur Dex Glyph, another double credit weekend. These are every other week, so it's like this will be 2 weeks. This will be one weekend, and then 2 weekends later, this will be again for 1 weekend. 2 weekends later, it'll be this. And week 7 and 8, we have Rhino Dex Skin, Dex Dakra, double credits. Week 9 and 10, we have Wisp Dex Skin, which looks pretty good. This already came out, but for those of you that are new and don't have it, I would look forward to this because it looks pretty cool. We have 2 companion slots, super duper. Oh, and I'm going to go over the free weapon slot too that y'all can get if you haven't done this already. The Dex Nuchali Sayandana, whatever, Kavat Genic Codes, double resource weekend. This is all helpful stuff. And then weeks 11 and beyond. There's no news on this yet, but they said we should look forward to this very much with very, very awesome and exciting things. TennoCon, by the way, which is possibly when that happens, but maybe not. 145 days away. It is August 26th. You can get your tickets starting April 5th. Physical ticket sales begin April 5th. Right there. So if anybody wanted those. And then this is where you get the free weapon slot if you guys weren't aware of this. If you have Amazon Prime or know anybody that has Amazon Prime, you can link your Twitch Prime. You can link your Twitch account to it, get a free Twitch Prime, and then that will ultimately, when you link Warframe to your Twitch account, it'll get you this Piranha handheld shotgun, Piranha Iridos weapon skin, which we can see right there, looking pretty good. And that comes with a weapon slot. So if you already own the Piranha, it's still worth getting because then you'll get an extra weapon slot out of doing that. I do want to show this. I have been working, I don't know if you guys noticed, the videos this week compared to last week have slowed down just a wee bit. And I have exciting reasons why. It's because I'm making a lot of free things for you guys right now. Let's just quickly recap right here what we got. We have videos from this week. The best buys and sells for April is out. I put this out yesterday. So top 10 best frames to buy and sell in April. All of them are priced out. There's actually more than 10 for the buys and the sells because I explained it in the video, but there's more than 10 for both of those. So more than 20. And then we have the Profit Taker video right here. How much platinum can you make doing Profit Taker? Getting a lot of really positive feedback on this, which I love. Thank you guys so much for telling me in the comments because a lot of people just never say anything and then I have no idea if the video, like, should I make more of these or not? So thank you. I really like that you guys are telling me you found this incredibly helpful, specifically the part where I'm explaining what is more important to focus on gaining or buying so that you can sell in trade chat to make platinum out of. And that's going to basically be how we move this series forward because this is just the first video in the series that I've made so far. There's going to be a lot more of these that are basically going to wrap around every possible thing you could do in Warframe, and more specifically, what should you focus on in order to make platinum when you're doing all the other things you could possibly do in Warframe. As far as the shorts this week, I did the Must-Own Archon Slayer Fenmore build, the Insane Damage Kuva Heck, which this might have actually been last week. I don't know. All I know is I've been really busy this week, and it's all because of this stuff right here. So I'm making a bunch of useful tools. As you can tell, I already use these tools, but I'm going to give these out to you guys for free. I'm not done making them all yet. There's still a lot more. And if there's anything here that you have, please, if there's anything here that you guys have ideas on, that like, oh, I would love to see a sheet for this, or I would love to have a spreadsheet that does this. Whatever you want something for, tell me, because I am literally in the process of trying to give you guys as much free stuff as possible to help you understand this game better or help you keep track of your progress. And that's exactly what this is. I'm not going to get into all of these, but I'll explain why these things are really helpful. because some of you might just completely be missing the mark and not realizing why this is important. When you're in trade chat and somebody says, I want a Kuva, like I'm looking for a Shockwar Lich with X amount percent and this amount of this on the element, whatever. I want it to have an ephemera. I don't want it to have an ephemera. Whatever their specifications are. How many of you have been like passing up on those orders because you know that if you were to like look for whether or not you have what they're looking for, that means you have to go into your codex. You have to figure out of all the liches that you've converted, what the name is of the lich to even find. Like you basically click every single lich and be like, is that the Brahma? Is that the Brahma? Is that the Brahma? But having a sheet like this means that when I see these orders in trade chat, and I do sell a lot of liches, when I see these orders in trade chat, I could just click over to this, see right away if I have exactly what they're looking for, and then I know whether or not to hit them up. So this has made me a lot of extra platinum because I've been very fast and probably like outpaced everybody else by having this. So now that I've explained that, you can just apply this to all the other sheets, even if it doesn't apply. Whatever, you understand there's a reason that makes it all better. I've got a Riven sheet I've been working on, so this is done. This will be popping out with everything when I get more of these sheets together. But basically, it's a Riven organizer. You can put all of your Rivens in here. It holds up to 180 of them. You could stat them out, like put whatever stats you have in there. It's color coded, organized, and everything. So it's just going to be so much easier. Again, if you're trying to make platinum and people are like, anybody have a Riven that has these stats or whatever the case might be? Same thing with here. We got like for liches, and I'm just going to stop here, but know that I'm working on a lot of things. And if there's anything that you guys want to see, please let me know. If I can create it, I will. But over here, Valence Fusion Calculator, the lich sheet also has this too, but it's really as simple as this. You take whatever the number is that your highest elemental is between the two weapons you're fusing together. Let's say in this case, it's 45, hit enter. And now I know I will wind up with a 49.5 lich. That works for everything. So I could do 32, 55.2, whatever. You get the point. I think this is awesome. I'm glad it exists, and I personally use this myself. So I'm going to get that out to you guys eventually, and you'll all have the ability to have that, organize yourself, and it'll be fantastic. This week with Varzia, we have 3 days left for the Nekros and Oberon dual prime pack. So you have 3 days left to get any relics if you wanted any of them from these guys. I don't know if they're going to be replacing this with another 2 Warframes. They did state I read it somewhere. They stated that this is specifically because of the 10-year anniversary. So I don't know if they're going to keep bringing more frames out. I'm actually really curious, and so just keep an eye out on that. Come visit Varzia in another 3 days and 17 hours and see if it's not just Mag and Rhino that's coming out. That's going to be replacing Limbo and Mesa. This week with Call, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's see what he's got. We have Prison Murex. He's got Deathless, Close-Up Kills, Helion Kills, Lost Floof, Man the Guns, Unlock Cash with Passwords. And Chipper has a Crimson Archon Shard this week. Okay, and this is what I was talking about with the Gifts of the Lotus before. So we have these Mission 1, so I still didn't do these yet, but we got Mission 1, Mission 2. They'll probably pop up after I've done these. So do this again if you haven't done that yet. As far as alerts, reminder for your Maru weekly Ayatan treasure hunt. Then for Steel Path, we have ourselves Mobile Defense, Exterminate, Assassination, and Spy. This is going to be for the next 24 hours. As far as invasions goes, yeah, nothing's changed today. We don't have anything noteworthy. We have Sortie today was Hijack, Spy, and Interception. You'll have until 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow to get that done. Archon hunt for this week is an Amber Archon Shard versus Nira. So we have a Sabotage hunt, an Interception hunt, and then finally the Showdown. As far as Nightwave challenges this week, we're looking at unlock 10 relics, kill 100 Eximus, complete 5 different bounties in Orb Valis, 10 Syndicate missions, 3 Void Armageddon missions, 8 rare mods, 3 Sabotage missions, and then yesterday's, if you didn't do it yet, was successfully defend an excavator without allowing it to run out of power. And today's daily is suspend 5 or more enemies in the air at once with a heavy slam melee attack. The credit offerings for this week in Nightwave are a corrosive projection, yes, an enemy radar, yes, a sprint boost, yes, and a deadeye, yes. These are all good. All of these are good. If you have leftover standing, you can make platinum off of all of these. If I were to say which ones you'll probably be able to sell a little bit easier, I would imagine, I personally see corrosive projection, enemy radar in trade chat a little bit more than these two, but that doesn't mean I don't see these two. I do see them. So if you're spending, anytime in trade chat, looking to make platinum, whatever, these are definitely something that you can make platinum off of. I'm aware that while I'm live right now on Twitch and I have a lot of new players that are watching this, I don't recommend you spend your credits on these for platinum right now. This is probably not a good idea for you guys if you're brand new. You're probably better off buying things that are a little bit more useful for you to help you like get through the game. So that being said, when I say buy these, I mean like because you're further through the game and you have a lot of this other stuff already, which you can ignore the helmets if you want to. That's not really anything but a cosmetic. As far as the other mods, we have Volt's Recharge Barrier, Excalibur's Purging Slash, and the Merlock's Shrapnel Rounds. Alright, Teshin this week has Steel Path Honors. We're looking at a Veiled Riven Cipher. Yeet. We're looking at a Zaw Riven mod. I'm not sure if that's a big deal or not. I got tons of Zaws that I want to get rid of, like just unveiled, and they're not really... People aren't really asking for them as much as they used to, but I'm sure that'll change with Duviri. Everybody's probably just taking a little breaky poo, playing Harry Potter. Alright, visiting everybody's favorite highway cone. Let's take a look at what he's got this week. We have a Tenant Ferox, 53% heat. Yes! Yes, that is good. 53%, that's fantastic. 42%, that's not bad either. It's more than 40, that's good. So the Grigori was 42. Radiation is 26. Ah, nah. And then we have the exec over here, 30%. And last but not least, we have the Agendus, 28%. So the Agendus, no good. The Ferox is good. Grab that. 53%, fantastic. Grigori, you could get that. That's 42% cold, not bad. 26% Livia, not that. I would pass. And the exec 30%, I would pass on that too. That's traveling to Archimedean Yanta. She has this week, and a reminder to grab your Void Plume Pinion if you have not done that. So this week, she has... Yep, you guessed it. Same thing every week, but this is a reminder, 35,000 Kuva. Grab that. Only costs 5 Void Fluid Pinions, and as you saw, I just grabbed one first. You can keep coming back to her like every 8 hours and grabbing a pinion, as long as you have the right resources for that. All right, this week at Iron Wake, we're going to grab our Rivens with our Riven Slivers. Big money, big money, big money. Kid gun, come on. What else? Big money, big money, big money. Really? You know what? That's it. I quit this game. We have 35,000 Kuva. Make sure you guys grab that. 150,000 credits. On to the invigorations for this week, and this is going to be different for everybody, but for myself, I've got Garuda with 200% primary crit chance, 200% energy max. Nova, which I just played earlier today. Love me, Nova. 100% ability duration and 1,000 health, plus 1,000 health. And then for Nezha, we have 200% secondary critical chance and 75% ability efficiency. So that wraps up this week in Warframe. Get excited because Duviri is supposed to be dropping this month. Cannot wait for it. And we'll be streaming. I stream every day anyway, so if you guys are new or have questions or anything, you could always feel free to stop by and ask any questions about that. You can get a bunch of free stuff from me. As I showed, I am working on more freebies. And again, leave it in the comments if you have any ideas of anything in particular that you actually want to see. And all that being said, love your faces. Thank you for hanging out. If you need any guides or platinum videos or anything like that to help you just kick total butt in this game, check out any of the videos on screen here.